Hello, I am Budbird, or, well, Bird, I guess. If you're new here, you probably are, welcome. I appreciate your time here. If you want to avoid spoilers, skip to this part of the video. My first Shinkai film is Suzume. I watched the movie while I was flying in a plane to Tokyo. It was awesome. It made me cry, but more importantly, it made me want more. After I finished going to Tokyo, I got a shit ton of Gundam and Armored Core model kits. Also SH Monster Tigrex, fuck you Bandai. After Tokyo, I went to Indonesia to visit family. On my way there, I watched a non-Shinkai film, but very similar, called Tunnels of Summer Gate to Ending, I think it's called. I actually liked the movie more than Suzume. Suzume being my second to quote-unquote least favorite of the films. I also broke into tears very silently though while watching Tunnel to Summer. I thought it was very good, in fact. Now I'm here in Indonesia, filming under a blanket. I start binging these films here. Your Name, 5 centimeters per second, A Silent Voice, Weathering with You. But none really seemed to hit me as hard as the first two I watched. Yes, I like Weathering with You the most out of these films. I also did cry, but it never really sat to me, like how the first two films I watched did. I've been watching Makoto Shinkai films. Wrong. After that plane trip to Indonesia, I of course watched lots of YouTube video essays on these movies. You've probably seen the videos about how X movie changed my life or how X movie saved me, etc. So I based my understanding of these movies, how much I like these films, on these videos, which was a big mistake. I wanted a movie to change my life too. I was waiting for a movie that would hit me hard. I was too focused on how the movies could change me that I overlooked the visuals, the music, the voice acting, and everything else. I was too fixated on plot. At this point, I have just ruined my enjoyment of Suzume and 5 centimeters per second, Your Name, Tunnel to Summer, Weathering with You. It just didn't make sense to me how Suzume just fell in love with the guy she looked at for 5 seconds, or how the relationship between Akari and Takaki was built up so much, yet they never ended up together. It made me mad how Taki was an underdeveloped character, how Hanashiro waited 13 years for a guy she spent a total of 3 months with, why Hadoka drowned fucking Tokyo for just a girl. The only movie that made sense to me was A Silent Voice, yet I didn't cry a single time, or nothing was really clicking with me. Was I being too judgmental, perhaps? Maybe. Then, I watched this video by the local mangaka. In summary, the video is about him going to Tokyo to watch Weathering with You in full Japanese. No subtitles. As a non-Japanese speaker he is, he didn't understand shit, why they were waving around guns, and etc. But in the end, he loved the movie, the visuals, the music. And because his mind filled in the blanks, it was only when he watched the movie in English he thought, damn, the reason why he was pointing literal death at people was kinda stupid. So then, it clicked with me. I was missing the bigger picture. I was missing the overall message because I was focused on plot. I was missing the music, visuals, voice acting. I had literal peak in front of me, yet I thought, damn, this motherfucker really wants this one bitch so much he drowns a massive city? When I really should have thought, maybe Tokyo was going to drown anyways. After all, it's nature, and nature don't give a fuck. So maybe let's accept that and not delay the inevitable. This doesn't have to relate with weather. You can apply this to your life, to adapt to something you can never change. You can honestly interpret a lot of Shinkai films differently, and it's that idea that makes Shinkai films great and come to a personal level. I think you should never judge a Shinkai film purely based on its plot. My enjoyment of Suzume was butchered after I only thought about its plot and not its message. To me, the message being beauty always comes at a cost. The beauty of Japan is priced with death and earthquakes. It also has lots of themes relating to childhood, nostalgia, and the past. That we should always love the past but also keep going forward by locking everything behind a metaphorical door. Even if Suzume somehow managed to bring Sota back from the fucking dead by unlocking that metaphorical door, this can also mean that a person never truly dies until they are forgotten. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope that you could avoid these mistakes I made that tainted my enjoyment of these films. For the folks who don't want spoilers, here's a recap. Just enjoy the movie. Don't fixate on plot, but rather message, the visuals, the music, and the voice acting. Everything is subjective when it comes to these films, so don't look at it with an objective lens. There's a meaning behind the art, and that meaning is subjective and personal. Yes, the drawing is flat, but shading and lighting makes it look three-dimensional.